The Chaz and AJ Podcast. A little slice of today's show with all the dumb stuff taken out. 99.1 PLR.
Chaz and AJ in the morning, 99.1 PLR. Tom Haynes is here. He's president of Haynes Group Incorporated. AJ, Oxford, when I moved there, was just Brookside.
Okay.
There wasn't a lot going on in Oxford.
Right.
I love Oxford for that reason.
It's a great place.
But since then, this giant shopping plaza has opened.
Oh!
It started as a giant rock.
Yeah.
And Tom's company blasted that rock, broke it into pieces, and made this great shopping
An
plaza.
oasis, man. It's awesome.
Oh,
passed by it once.
Can I tell you something? Market 32, when that moved in,
Yeah.
I thought, this is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, we need like a regular, we don't need a gourmet, like high-end super, we need a regular super. I went in there, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
This is the way to go.
That place is totally cool. I saw it was just like a field, like a quarry or something like that. It was like just like rocks and stuff. And I was watching, like all of a sudden, I was like, oh my god, look at this!
How long did it take you, Tom, to bust that apart, make it usable?
Well, we bought this place in 1999. It was a pile of rock, about 8 acres, and we started our first part of our Haynes Materials Company by starting to quarry that piece and accumulated 32 acres over the years. So,
did you know what you were going to do back then, or did you just kind of put it together as you went along?
Well, that's really a good question, Chaz, because when we bought it, our idea was to run a business, but we have a vision that whatever we do in this world, we need to leave a better place. And so we're in the quarry business and the home building business and development business. And our vision is we got to leave everything we touch in a better way. And so our vision really was to create a town center as far back as 18 years ago. So
we needed that.
Well, it evolved. I will tell you, our first vision of the place looks nothing really like what it looks like now because, the way that our world has changed and the way that people live, we've adapted and are building Quarry Walk to meet the needs of the community, which are a little bit different now than they were then.
There's a Five Guys there, AJ.
Yeah, I know.
Giant package store, Market 32.
Yep.
Well, we are a half hour away from the opening of Five Guys today, so
is that right?
Today? I would only skip that to come and be able to be on your show, Chaz and AJ.
Thank you.
I mean it. So they're opening today at 10 o'clock, actually.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Then you got a Playcare center there.
Yeah.
And then now you're building a big apartment complex or something, right?
Well, yeah, we're calling them the residents at Quarry Walk, and there's 150 apartments that are going to be there, and very, very cool. All tied into a place to really live. It's not really, we don't look at it as a shopping center at all. This is about a town center. It's got a town green. It's got miles. It's got miles of walk trails. We have a mile and a quarter a dedicated walking trail called Quarry Walk that surrounds our 32 acres and tied by over miles of regular sidewalk throughout, wrapped around a town green. We've got a medical office building.
Is it for any particular group? Like, is it elderly? Is it...
So our housing is open to meet the needs of anybody in the market, and so it's not age restricted. It's what we call just open market. So it's whoever in the community needs it. We really picture our residents at Quarry Walk as a place for people that maybe are single or empty nesters, don't want to go into an over 55 community, young people, teachers, policemen, veterans. We've got a great program we're creating to give reduced pricing for veterans and our first responders.
Nice.
But it's all meant to be just a really very, very cool place to live. Connected into...
You can walk to everything.
Yeah.
Shopping, everything's right there.
Convenience, man, big time.
Yeah. Doctor's offices.
Yeah.
Doctor's office. Well, we're working on a plan with the YMCA to put a full Y in with a pool. And,
Holy smokes.
Yeah, and that would be, again, all tied around the green. Restaurants, a Y. Griffin Hospital is working on programs to connect in with the Y, to run physical therapy and swim programs. I mean, very, very cool. We have an ice cream shop that's going to be on the green. So
Yeah, I'll be there.
You could go to Five Guys, get a great burger, walk over,
Get some ice cream.
and then hopefully
You can open a gym.
put your bathing suit on and go swim some laps in the pool.
Last thing.
burn off the calories in the pool.
Yeah.
You want to get a gym in there.
Jim. Hey, but Chaz, I really wanted to say I really appreciate you inviting me in today because this morning I get up and I'm going to walk out the door and I look at my wife Marianne and I say, "Hey, hon, how do I look?" And she looks at me and she says, "You look fine, but Tom, it's a radio." and the reality is though the last time I saw you, Chaz, that I had a bike. I had a bike suit on and spandex on. And
I'm in the tight bike pants.
I was wrapped in with about 120 other people, and that was a day that, the last time you saw me, so I was kind of like I wasn't in street clothes. So I appreciate you bringing me back in based upon what I looked like then.
I would never wear bike pants because I'd look like a golf ball on the tee.
but I want to touch on that a little bit, and that Quarry Walk is really meant to meet the needs of the community, and it's housing, it's places for shopping, it's places to feed yourself. Oxford was the first place, was one of the largest towns in the state of Connecticut that didn't have a grocery store. I mean, crazy.
Yeah.
And so we went out to find to meet the needs of the community, and so it's really what's called a third place, a place that. Our society, especially in New England, has grown to be a place where people live in two places as opposed to three places, the way everybody used to live. And that means it's where you work is one place and where you live is the other. And nothing ever meets in the middle. And if you think of the way that villages were built and, say, piazzas in Europe, it's meant that everything is connected. So you sit on a front porch, you meet people. Even while you work, where you're living, it's all meant where people can sit, talk, play, walk your dog. We're going to have a dog park at Quarry Walk.
Nice,
but it's a third place. So the third place is really a place where people can live and meet other people, which is missing in this world.
Yeah.
We're missing places where we touch people, look at each other in the eye, and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Right. I'm your neighbor.
I'm your neighbor.
They need a piazza restaurant too, by the way.
That's right.
So to that though, part of our mission is really to bring to help the community in as many ways as we can. So last June, you were fantastic in emceeing our parent-child resource bike ride for PCRC, which is part of BH Care. We raised over $60,000,
Nice.
and you did, Chaz. You did a great job, and I'm going to tell you,
it's a great event.
He always
and,
does.
When I met Tom,
Yep.
I've heard so much about him. I've seen the trucks over decades.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow, I'm going to meet a very successful guy, and I don't know what that. You never know what you're going to meet.
What do I say? What do I do?
And I thought, wow, this is really the real deal here. He really cares about the community.
It's awesome.
So I signed up for last year.
Smooth.
I love it.
Yeah.
Nice.
June 10th, Chaz is going to be emceeing
June 10th, I'm writing it down right now.
June 10th, right down.
Right.
So if you're not going to ride a bike, then you're just going to have to send us off, Chaz.
Yeah,
So
I'll do that.
We got big goals for raising some money for a fantastic organization. So
It's great stuff.
Yeah. So that's,
if you break up any rock and you don't know what to do with it, I could use some at my new Southbury house.
There you go. See?
He's got that new showroom on Route 8.
Okay.
If you're looking for like patio stone or any kind of outdoor living.
Okay, I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah, good
Man.
place to go.
Go
if
big.
you haven't been to our outdoor living center on Route 8 in Seymour yet, you really got to go there. But I'm sure, Chaz, at the end we can talk about hooking you up with some stone or maybe even a fire pit or fireplace.
There
That'd
you
be
go.
Really
Nice.
cool.
I like my fires.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So-
Tom. Thanks for making Oxford a better place.
Look at you.
Man, thank you. It's a pleasure, and we just love being part of the community. Oxford's a great community. Wonderful people.
Tom Haynes, President, Haynes Group. We're linked up to quarrywalk.com at ChazandAJinthemorning.com.
Chaz, AJ, mornings.